This is the new king of bad isekai.
Blah blah, Gigguk likes Isekai.
I am shocked.
I want you to cast your mind back for a bit.
Hell yeah.
No, wait, too far. It's Summer Holiday.
The most wholesome, beautiful anime of all time. Shoujo Tensei.
In 8th grade,
Does it get better than that?
Discovered anime. Mirai Nikki is close to peak. Akame ga Kill was the most tragic thing you'd ever seen. That scene where Kirito gets his second sword and shouts out, Starburst!
Oh, I remember all of this, bro. Back in 8th grade when all I did was watch anime. Oh, the good old days.
Damn coolest thing you'd ever seen, because of course
Let's go back, guys.
You were 13. Everything was cool. You didn't care about character development.
No.
You didn't think about story structure. You heard a quote like, I'm a gamer.
Titties.
Not because I don't have a life, but because... Sorry. But because I choose to have many. And you thought to yourself, damn, that's deep. I'm a gamer. Were you cringe? Hell yeah you were, but you know what? You enjoyed yourself, and that's what's important. Even if you could look back and think, God, what was I thinking?
I was just playing video games. I wasn't watching anime. My friends were anime kids. I had a lot of anime friends. Like, that's all they did. That was their personality trait, was watching anime. Mine was playing games. I was the gamer. They were the anime kids.
But what happens when you find a show that stops trying to run away from that cringe? It embraces the cringe, distills the cringe.
I don't know what this video is about, like what show this is about, but he's getting to it.
During the Edge Fest, high-intensity, full-blown world of cringe you thought you'd grown past and refuses to apologize about it.
Wait, is this redo of Healer?
Need more power.
You get the Eminence in Shadow.
Oh.
Anime has been absolutely
Wait, I thought it was Redo of Healer. I thought it was our favorite our favorite character. What the fuck is the Redo of Healer name?
Killing it lately. 2022 was not only full of surprises, but shows that push the boundary of anime. Modern classics that stamps their mark on the scene and will stick with us for years to come. Eminence in Shadow is not one of those shows. This is every...
I thought Eminence in Shadow was good. What? I thought everybody was talking about this shit.
With us for years to come. Eminence in Shadow... It's not one of those shows. This is every 14-year-old teenage angsty fantasy turned up to 11. It's edgy. It's horny.
Nice.
It might well just be the
edgy
new
and horny.
Trashy isekai.
What I wanted when I was 13.
The most goddamn fun I've had in the genre for years. ReZero, Slime, Mushoku Tensei, all brilliant shows
none of that
we've
matters.
In the past few years that absorb you into that intricate world and have shown us how truly great isekai can be. If these three shows are the 3-star Michelin meals of isekai, this is Eminence in Shadow.
Bro, I feel like you really have to stand out when you make something like an isekai. Like, how more creative can you get than, okay, you're dead, reborn in another world? How are you going to make that interesting? I feel like ReZero did it perfect. Tensei did it perfect. I mean, those are like the only isekais that I've seen. But like, I heard that like the genre itself has like thousands and thousands of fucking anime. Now I can understand when there's people complaining about clutter and shit. Like, you have to make that shit interesting. Not reborn in another world and there's like aliens now or there's furries. Like, that is done. People have done that shit. Give us something else. Like, the Suicide Squad isekai actually sounds interesting. You have the Suicide Squad cast of characters reborn in another world with fucking gremlins and goblins and shit. That's fun to me. Reborn as a vending machine, that sounds cool too. That's at least fucking interesting. I never thought about becoming a vending machine. What else? What, like becoming a Starbucks drink? Like, maybe I can make an anime about that. Becoming an Xbox controller in another world, like where people are playing you, and some people are like getting Dorito stains on you, but then someone actually takes care of you and polishes you. Like, that could actually be a good story. Make that shit already.
And this is me.
Like, reborn in another world as a fucking cheeseburger, as a McDonald's employee.
But how did Eminence
That's
in Shadow
how I
get
eat
you
ass.
to embrace the cringe? Gigguk, do you fantasize about getting hit by a truck? Is this another case of me having isekai brain rot?
Bro, fuck Truck-kun. We gotta get Plane-kun. Make it more interesting. It'll level it up.
Oh, okay. I haven't forgotten what good anime is. I still remember my best of 2022 anime list. I still remember Chainsaw Man. Speaking of which, Chainsaw Man itself is having a collaboration with today's sponsor, Nikkei.
Cool.
For a skill collaborating for game. What are you waiting for? Collaboration in... I know what you're thinking, but look, it's been 1 whole year since my last isekai video on this channel, and the tax has to be paid. White girls have true crime, Gigguk has bullshit isekai. But contrary to popular belief, I don't just blindly recommend every trashy isekai that airs every season.
I want to see if he can sell this to me. I want to see if he's a good salesman.
And before you go, yo, that's cap. This is my face when I'm saying it. Look at this serious face. Do you see how deathly serious I am taking this? I would never mislead you on something like this.
Bro, who the fuck is his editor? God damn!
This is a show that won't go down as a classic of anime. It doesn't
I'm
have
playing Nike right now? Bro, it's a game about fucking sneakers?
a lot in
What
common
else
with
is there
the
now?
Isekai
Reborn Another World is a fucking snapback?
greats like Mushoku Tensei. Eminence in Shadow is edgy, self-serving. You see what happens in it, and it's like...
Look at all this
Well,
fan
see,
service.
Mushoku Tensei is more like... The plot goes like this. Sid Kagano is a man obsessed with... But unfortunately, he
Power,
gets hit
okay.
by
We've never had a story about that. A man obsessed with power. Name one anime or one piece of media that does something like that. I bet you can't. I bet you fucking can't.
truck and dies. Reborn in a fantasy world, he continues his pursuit of power.
is a secret organization, Shadow
And so begins the story.
An organization formed from the
Exactly.
I give
Yep.
up. The big issue I've had
Exactly.
when trying to talk about the show to anyone is that as soon as I open my mouth to explain anything that happens, I instantly lose anyone listening because everything that comes out of my mouth sounds fucking stupid. Because it is fucking stupid. The main point of this show is that Sid makes up the most dumb, convoluted, fanfiction.net, Tumblr-ass plot developments he can think up on the spot, and it turns out to be true. The man has no investment in the people
The man, bro, he's like 7.
around him and what's going on. He's just role-playing his perfect Isekai power fantasy story, and everyone in the world is forced to dance to his tune. On one side, he's Shadow, incarnation of vengeance.
He's
Enemy
Shadow,
of
the
night,
hedgehog.
slayer of pussy. The man
Nice.
fights without losing his virginity because he never loses. Shadow is a man who based their entire
I've never watched any anime where the character never loses.
personality over listening to My Chemical Romance once. This is what people who
It's
shop for Hot
Sasuke.
Topics saw in their mind's eye. Shadow is the type of
Fuck Hot Topic. Fuck it. Fuck Hot Topic. I hate it.
guy who would say,
You know why they call it the Dead Sea?
"Why?"
Because I killed it.
Alright, that was good. That was good. I killed the sea.
But on the flip side, he's plain old Sid Kagano, a guy devoted to being an invisible background character who
He's playing fucking Pokemon overseas in the back, bro. He get the rights to that?
won't stand out, won't attract attention, chasing
Bro,
his
why is
dream to
Connie
be
in
an
every
invisible
anime?
background
Get the fuck
character
outta
who
here.
won't
We don't
stand
want
out,
you
won't
here.
attract attention, chasing his dream to be the ultimate real-life NPC, which,
Hey guys, I'm in New York City just hanging out.
honestly, isn't that hard to
Guy
do
looks like
nowadays.
Yoshi.
The thing is, he will refuse to break character no matter what, and I really mean no matter what. His
Look at this fan service.
sister gets
Nobody dresses like this.
kidnapped and tortured. His school is the target of a terrorist attack. There are classmates getting murdered around him left and right, and the first thing that goes
Nice.
through his mind is, alright boys, it's NPC time. How can I give myself the most pathetic death possible? As Shadow, he will literally commit to robbing a grand piano only to transport it to an underground cave so he can ominously play it with the lights beaming
What is this?
down for the ultimate edgelord look. The man is more dedicated to his role than Jake Paul is
You're not a fan of music if you don't know what he was about to play, what song that was.
to playing an asshole. He
Fuck
could
Jake
give
Paul. Fuck
Daniel
him.
Day-Lewis a run for his money.
How about we Isekai Jake Paul?
in his commitment to method acting. Oh, okay, so this is like a parody of Isekai? Kinda. Comedy is subjective.
It is.
Is a phrase people use when they're about to say they don't find something funny. Eminence in Shadow has some decent jokes here and there. Though
It is subjective. For example, somebody may be watching this video right now and laughing their fucking ass off. And then you have me, just watch it with a straight face, laughing every now and then. You know what I mean? There's two different kind of people in the world. I'll be sitting down with my girl watching something, and she's laughing, dying, and I'm like, you know?
it can be
Nobody laughing at this, bro. I bet you're on the floor crying right now.
hit or miss. Sometimes it'll do this thing where
Welcome
it'll
to
spell
Black
out
Parade,
this
yeah,
overused
exactly.
trope and pass it off as a joke, which is something I've always despised, but sometimes it
I fucking hate that.
will spell out this overused trope and pass it off as a joke, which is something I've always despised, but sometimes it can play around with our expectations in amusing ways. We've all watched that scene where the main character accidentally goes in the hot spring, sees
Oh, accidentally. Whoa, ooga boogas. Oh my god, it's titties. Oh, what? Everybody laughs. You saw the fucking titties? You saw it, bro? He accidentally went to the hot tub and saw ass. Oh, I've never seen that before. What a new concept, bro. Mind bending.
the girl, she goes, "Yeah, hentai!" Gets
You fucking pervert. What are you doing in here?
angry, blah blah blah. Alright, here's what happens with Sid. Barges into
I call them the Misty characters.
hot spring. It's the girl's hot spring. Doesn't acknowledge the girl. Flexes his pee-pee.
Oh, shit. Nobody looks like this. Nobody stands like that or looks like this.
Refuses to elaborate further. Leaves.
Sexual assault the anime. Twitter's not gonna like this one, bro. Twitter's coming for this anime right now. They're going after Gigguk for talking about it. He's enabling it.
This is a show that is
Cancelled.
not afraid to play
Done.
around with tropes we're familiar with and
I look like this? No, you fucking don't, bro.
varying degrees of success. But what I found more impressive, and a hell of a lot more amusing, is how hard it commits to its own bullshit act. It makes fun of itself while doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling the fuck down on all the cheesy, cringe-ass moments we roll our eyes at in your typical trashy power fantasy isekai. Beyond being a straight-up parody, it's just entirely self-aware. You find yourself not taking the show too seriously, then end up being completely invested in all the dumb shit that ends up happening.
It's like a guilty pleasure show. I feel like a lot of animes are guilty pleasure. Like, you just watch it. You don't think it's peak. You don't even think it's good. You just fucking, it's like, whatever, I'll put it on. You know, I watched a show like that. It was on Netflix, Outer Banks. The show is fucking shit. It's garbage, bro. The acting is like, it's terrible. There's better acting in porn. You know what I mean? I put on Outer Banks, and it's my guilty pleasure show, bro. I go on my phone. I'm eating like a bag of Doritos, watching it. You know what I mean? Y'all have any guilty pleasure animes? I mean, it's better than it sounds. Captain Marvel? Nah, that's no pleasure. That's just suicidal to put that on. That's when I'm feeling like I'm just ready to die. Then I'll put Captain Marvel on. Gushin Magical Girls? That's not a guilty pleasure, bro. That's pleasuring you. Don't lie, Sneaky.
They say that love and
Redo
hate
of
are
Healer?
two halves of the same
You're
coin,
showing your
but
true
Eminence
colors,
in Shadow
guys.
proves that the exact same thing is true with cringe and cool. Because what happens when you take all those cringe scenes that would only appeal to an edgy 13-year-old, distill it, rev up the stupidity.
We have
to
any edgy
100,
13-year-olds in
does it somehow
here?
become cool again? This is what Eminence in Shadow asks, and I think there's one scene that encapsulates everything
Oh, here
the
we go.
show is about.
What scene? What scene?
So
Spoil
if you don't
me.
want to be spoiled for episode 5,
I don't
just
give a
skip
fuck.
ahead.
I ain't watching this shit, bro. Show me.
Sid has always been obsessed with becoming powerful.
Maybe I will. Who knows? I've heard about Eminence in Shadow. People actually want me to check this out. I don't give a fuck, bro. Show me.
In his past
I'm not gonna
life,
remember.
He was already
I'll act
pretty
like I
OP.
don't remember
The
either
man
way.
dedicated himself to being Batman without all the fancy gadgets. He had trained enough to take down any thug he encountered. But so what? No matter how much a mortal can train, there are still limits to what you can achieve. What if he went up against a firing squad? What if someone dropped a nuclear bomb on you? No matter how much you develop your
I just fight it back. Pussy.
muscles, honed your mind, perfected your skills. If someone
If
comes
a nuke is about to drop on you, just stop it. Stop being a fucking idiot.
along with a nuclear bomb, you'd be instantly vaporized.
No.
Or so he thought. Because, reincarnated in a new world, he refused to give up on his dream. There was
Nice.
still a height he had yet to attain. So, after years upon years of training, he arrived at but a single solution. That's right.
He became a
I
nuke?
don't want to be vaporized by a nuclear explosion.
Don't tell me he becomes a nuclear explosion. Don't fucking tell me that.
I must simply become...
Yeah! Oh shit, it's fucking Nuke Man! It's Kim Jong-un! Wait, it's from this show? This is from fucking Eminence in Shadow? The Atomic? The French boy? This is crazy! Oh!
What the fuck did I just watch?
That was the craziest shit I've ever seen, bro. I want to become a nuke. Guys, if I don't even think this is a good question to ask. I feel like this question is against terms of service. You know what? I'll ask it anyways. If you were a nuke, where? No, forget it. I'm not answering the question. I'm not answering the
Why
question.
did he say atomic in Times New Roman?
I am.
Why is this so
Atomic.
entertaining? This doesn't try to differentiate itself from a typical
Love
power
it.
fantasy isekai.
I'm
This
not asking the question.
fully commits to being the power fantasy isekai, then goes 10 steps further beyond what is necessary. He is stupidly OP.
I know where I'd drop.
He's never in any real danger. He'll say cringe lines and pass them off as the coolest thing ever said. You think other isekai protagonists specialize in having their own harem? Well, not only does every influential figure
Why is harem so close to the word haram?
happen to be a cute girl who of course ends up falling for him, but he's goddamn built an entire shadow organization with
Remember when you went to high school and enslaved a bunch of girls?
0 boys allowed. Alpha,
Yeah, good old
Beta,
days.
Gamma, Epsilon, Eta, Zeta, Sigma. The
Full of big titty goth anime girls. Good old days.
man's created his own harem institute of hundreds, not dozens, hundreds of superpowered waifus that end up amassing so much wealth and
I feel like I'm looking at my high school life through an anime lens right now.
power that they end up influencing the world stage. And he did this by complete accident. But the best part of all this is having to see everyone in the world take Sid's bullshit role-playing 100% seriously. This is a fully functioning fantasy land with nations vying for power, secret organizations manipulating the global politics. Characters are in
See, it's deeper than you guys think. You guys are just judging it. I'm not judging it. It's actually interesting to me. Becoming a nuke? The things I'd do if I were a nuke.
a life or death struggle to defend
I
the
dream
homeland
about
they
it
so
on the
love,
daily.
And then along comes this dude. Countries pour their resources into figuring out what exactly is Shadow Garden.
Reborn in another world as a nuke. That would have been a much cooler fucking name than the Eminence and Shadow, man.
Who's in it? What do they want? What are their goals and motivations? How does their presence affect
Eminem?
the world? And meanwhile, Sid's just there like, hee Shadow Man say power. Everyone is playing Game of Thrones while Sid is playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Fuck Game of
except
Thrones.
He is every dungeon master's worst nightmare. Someone who just makes shit up as he goes along.
Nick, you already nuked your bathroom? I actually did. I had to use the plunger the other night.
Breaks every rule of the game, ignores the big shiny thing that is shouting, "This is the plot!" But he's
Reincarnated as a terrorist.
incapable of rolling anything but nat 20. And so everything he ends up doing has real consequences to the world around him. A lot of people have compared this to Overlords, but I think this is actually closer to Isekai One Punch Man. And I'm gonna be honest, part of the reason I'm making this video is because I'm praying that this doesn't stop at just 2.
You got a plunger? Yeah, I got it from a CVS. It was like $2. I don't even clean it after I use it. I just put it back in.
Seasons. Yeah, I'm excited to get more of the Isekai greats, but for the love of God, give me 5 more double Big Mac meals of this, please.
Please, we
Shadow
need
is a
it.
series that should
I might
not
watch it
work,
right
but
now.
somehow it
Fuck the rest
does.
of the stream.
This is what happens when every single person working on an anime absolutely understands the assignment. It's
I gotta meet the person that made this.
a series which gives absolutely zero
It's
fucks
like a retired terrorist, man. I have to.
in being cringy, edgy, or childish. Sid is a man who laughed so hard it became reality, but the more you watch, the
A former terrorist turning a new leaf.
more you get sold on his bullshit. It throws at you
Becomes
every
a college
trope,
professor.
every cliche.
What?
The more you watch, the more you get sold on his bullshit. It throws at you every trope,
There we go. Nice trope. Y'all fuck with this trope?
every cliche,
What was your show called? Reborn in Other World is a fucking nuke, bro. You paying attention?
every eye-rolling corny line you've ever heard in your life, and you end up eating that shit up.
Suck my cock. Ugh, bro. When he said that line,
Like it's the first time you've ever seen an anime. This is what
Mind
happens when
blowing.
you reach the peak of trashy, entertaining isekai, and I don't know what more it can do to reach even greater heights.
I don't want to be the last boss.
I want to be the only boss.
The one in the story who operates from the shadows.
The Eminence and Shadows. The Eminence and Shadows. Oh, Batman. Bro, Batman's shaking it.
Eminence and Shadow.
Wait, he actually fucking said it? What? He actually fucking said it. That's the name of the show. Holy shit.
The Eminence and Shadow.
Okay, now it's perfect.
I want to be Naruto. The Naruto.
Hey guys,
Imagine Attack on Titan, the last line. Eren comes back alive. I am Attack on Titan. Oh my god. I would have turned into a fucking pussy. This is where he thanks his loyal patrons, like me.
was that? Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video.
I am Finland Saga.